Hi everyone, thank you for joining me on another episode of Jimmy's Alpine Clock Shop YouTube channel. So today's episode is focusing on repairs. The example of a clock in front of me is from Ansonia, but the reason why I wanted to show you this one is simple. If you can see from the front dial, it is not attached. You see there's parts inside of the clock. So I'll open it up for you to show you. There's some painter's tape hanging there. The Ansonia logo dial is on the bottom. The pendulum is just resting on its side. You have the key, which we're not even sure if this is the correct key for the clock until we have it all together and we can test it. You've got some hands and a screw. So we have clocks come in for repair that may have been an heirloom piece or just found in the attic or garage of a home that has been recently moved into or moved out of. And we never want you to be embarrassed that the clock is not in perfect condition when it comes in here. Now I'm going to show you the shelf top. Now you can see there's quite a bit of dust on this one. Whenever the clock is brought in this condition, the client always has a tendency to dust the clock off when they set it on their counter. But please don't be embarrassed. We understand that sometimes these wonderful timepieces get put away and packed away and just, they get pulled out when something's happening, as I mentioned before, moving out or moving in. So the reason why I want to shoot from this direction is because you see behind me there's an array of clocks that are either in repair or in the process of being put back together. So right here. Okay, so those clocks are in either a complete process or they're still in repair, meaning they have to put the hands back on, we have to test it, and just a few different things to make sure it's in working order before we contact our customers and have them pick it up. You can see this one right here. We just received the mechanism for this one, and then the pendulum, and then the weights. So whenever you find a clock, or as I mentioned, get an heirloom piece, please feel free to bring it in and we will be glad to take a look at it and give you an estimate on what it needs. I actually wanted to make this video as well to show you a before shot of this Ansonia kitchen clock. I want you to see how it looks when it was brought in, and then what it'll look like when it is fully restored to its natural beauty. So I may do a in repair video as well. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have time for that, but if I do, I will certainly make that part 2 of my part 3 series. If not, I will certainly get you an after photo and video of this so you can see how wonderful this looks and as well how it sounds when it's put back together. So anyway, as I mentioned, please feel free to, bring anything in that you need help with in repairing. Don't be embarrassed if it's dusty or a part. We have seen, this isn't even the worst case scenario. So we've seen it all, and we just want to help you get your clock back to the beautiful showpiece that it was when you received it or bought it or inherited it. So you contact us, please, if you have any questions. We'd be glad to help you. And stay tuned for an update. As soon as I have one, I will get it back to you. And just a side note for this clock, we did diagnose this clock as needing an overhaul. Now, an overhaul is a rebuild of the clock's mechanism. That does take about 4 to 5 weeks for completion. And then what we do is we test the clock. So once the clock is tested and it's running smoothly and it doesn't stop or need any final adjustments, we contact our client and ask them to come pick it up. And we just love to see their faces when they come in to take the clock home. All of the information for finding us is below in the description. Thanks again for your support, and stay tuned for more videos. I will talk to you soon. Bye.